of the reasons that we had the conversation about Baker Mayfield. What Daniel Jones has done, and it ain't about one game, when you see him play, he plays in the vein of the guys that we've seen have success long-term in the league.
I'm going to take it because I'm a Giants fan. I'm going to roll with my guy, and it's still an open question. I'll say this about Daniel Jones. I don't see a glaring weakness other than fumbling. And fumbling can be corrected. Otherwise, he even has the height. He has height, mobility, arm talent, quick CPU. He has everything you need.
I'm going to concur for those reasons and go with Daniel Jones, but I'm also going to add, I also think Kyler Murray is being hampered by
No question.
Cliff Kingsbury.
No question.
Cliff Kingsbury
and a bad team.
Cliff Kingsbury has not proven that he can coach a winning football team.
We told everybody that, Stephen A.
Right.
Everybody said that.
Oh, how the tables have turned for Daniel Jones. The Saints will run away with the NFC South. Take it or leave it.
No, I'm going to leave that. I don't know if they're going to run away with it. I think the Atlanta Falcons, somehow, some way, I'm still holding out hope that they'll get that act together with that high-powered offense, and the Saints won't run away with the division.
Agreed. I'll leave it because I think Bridgewater will keep them afloat. That's a very good team. But afloat doesn't mean that they're going to win twice as many games as they lose. It means they'll win as much as they lose. And so I don't think they run away with the division.
I'm taking it. Look, I know everybody talked about Drew Brees being out, but the ability that New Orleans showed to win games different ways, to me, just adds to when 9 gets back. Because now they have a deafening defense that took care of Russell Wilson for the most part, and they have a return man that could be the next great thing.
They also have my favorite player in the NFL, Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill does everything.
That win was more impressive than them having Drew Brees because they did it in every phase of the game.
No question. Props to them. Take it or leave it. 3-0 Bills will make the playoffs, Max.
I'm going to leave it. I'm not as sold on the Bills as everyone else. Obviously, the Patriots are going to win the division. The Bills are obviously going to need to grab a wild card. I'll believe it when I see it. I'm going to leave it.
I'm leaving it just because I have to see the Bills, and I have to see if Allen can continue to roll throughout this season. And look, it's devastating when you are the Bills and you got New England in your division. That is just one of those hurdles that they won't climb this year, obviously. And then with the season continuing, teams will continue to get better as well.
Folks got in the, I was actually on the road, and folks in the streets got on me. They accused me of sleeping on the Bills. They were wrong. I'm not sleeping. I'm snoring. Snoring. Like sleep apnea type snoring on the Bills. I don't give a damn about their 3-0 start. Victories over the Jets, the Giants, and the Cincinnati Bengals, who are 0-3. Marvin Lewis, that's him contaminating that organization. Still residual impacts or residual effects. Bottom line is this. The Bills will be humbled this week when they go against New England. Listen, they're going to challenge for a wild card, I guess. I don't see them.
You believe in Josh Allen?
Not yet.
I don't.
Not yet.
Do I think he's going to be an above average or excellent quarterback? I have not seen that yet.
Me neither.
Take it or leave it. Aaron Rodgers is the biggest threat to Patrick Mahomes for league MVP. Marcus.
I'll leave it. It's Dak Prescott. And it's in this Kellen Moore's offense and what they're doing with everything that's around him. Look, for a year where Dak is gonna get a new contract, this is like somebody orchestrated for Dak to be in the best possible situation you could be in as a football player. He's going to challenge Pat Mahomes for MVP because he's going to have those type of high-profile games where if he performs off the charts, people are going to start having the conversation.
I agree with you.
I'm going to take it, too. The thing about Dak is I agree with the Cowboys' strategy because I wouldn't have made him so highly paid because they had every single thing around him, and he's just a game manager to me who's good under pressure, good on third down. Let's see him turn into Russell Wilson or Tom Brady. I didn't think it was going to happen this year. It did. That's bad luck. But that's a good problem to have. That a good problem to have is your quarterback's even better already than you thought he was.
I tell people all the time, star quarterbacks don't hit the market. Dak is.
But I didn't know he was really a star quarterback yet. He is.
And remember, we had the conversation because I was out on making him the highest paid quarterback as well. But you see these performances, and this is the thing you tried to tell me.
And just how he is as a leader.
He's won.
Yep.
He's won.
And led.
Regardless of how you think it's looked.
By the way, although you give several quarterbacks, a bunch of quarterbacks, what Dak has around him, they would also be winning.
But you can say that, Max. But again, you talked about getting it done. He's getting it done.
Listen,
all right, take it or leave it. Mike Tomlin gets a pass for this season.
No. He doesn't get a pass for this season because a big problem with the Pittsburgh Steelers is their defense. And not only that, there is no Super Bowl appearance, let alone a Super Bowl title since 2010. And for the vast majority of that time, you had Big Ben Antonio Brown, and Le'Veon Bell. So because of that, don't get me wrong, he shouldn't be fired or anything like that. But in terms of getting a pass, no, he's not getting that.
He gets a pass from me. You know how many killer bees are left on that team? 0 right now. Of course, he doesn't have his quarterback. He lost a generational running back, generational wideout. And by the way, given Antonio Brown's behavior, who knows what Mike Tomlin was doing to keep that team together? Like, it's not like look at now what happened once Antonio Brown left the Steelers. Completely imploded.
But did you enable him?
Maybe, but he was keeping it together.
I don't know.
If that was
pretty hard to control.
if his personality and attitude was like that during the whole time, you enabled him. It wasn't no managing. You enabled that behavior.
Well, how come we didn't know it then?
Because you enabled it.
Okay.
Because you made those reservations for him so he wouldn't be outlandish. Dude, listen, when Antonio Brown filmed in the locker room, that is the cardinal sin.
Stay off of social media.
But anyway, beyond that, to me, Tomlin gets a pass. You lose your franchise quarterback, anybody in the NFL loses their franchise quarterback, you get a pass on that.
Jalen Ramsey's stock is dropping. Take it or leave it.
Leave it.
No, leave it.
I mean, he's the best corner in the NFL. When you can tell a player, hey, go out here, get the number 1 receiver and lock him up, there is no price on that to a lot of people in the NFL. The Jaguars know that. That's why when a guy requests a trade, they still don't want to let him leave. And the other 31 teams in the league know that.
Here's why you can leave it. Realize that the only thing people in the NFL can say about Jalen Ramsey right now is that he doesn't have a good relationship with Tom
That's
Coughlin.
it. That's it.
Most players would say, who does?
Max is taking
I'm
it.
taking it. I'll tell you why. Quite literally, his stock is dropping. Not as a player, although I don't know. It's debatable whether he's the best corner, but he's excellent.
Debatable.
He's very